The recent escalations between Iran and Israel have drawn significant attention, highlighting a complex web of geopolitical tensions. Over the past few weeks, we've seen a series of attacks targeting Iranian infrastructure, which have raised alarms not just in the region, but across the globe. These strikes are not just military maneuvers. They represent a broader strategy by Israel to undermine Iran's influence and capabilities. In response, Iran has issued stern warnings, emphasizing that it will not stand idly by while its sovereignty is challenged. The rhetoric from Iranian leaders has intensified, with calls for retaliation and a promise to defend their territory. This situation is precarious as both nations possess advanced military technologies and a history of conflict that could easily spiral out of control. Adding another layer to this already tense situation is the evacuation of Pakistani pilgrims from Iran. This move underscores the potential for civilian casualties and the humanitarian implications of military actions. The safety of innocent lives must be a priority, yet the reality is that conflicts often disregard these concerns. The evacuation signals a growing fear of escalation as regional players become increasingly involved. International law plays a critical role in this conflict. The principles of sovereignty and non-aggression are being tested as both sides navigate their actions. Israel's strikes could be viewed as violations of international norms, while Iran's responses may also challenge legal frameworks regarding self-defense. The complexity of international law means that the actions of both nations could lead to significant diplomatic fallout, affecting their relationships with other countries and international organizations. As political leaders weigh in, we hear a mix of condemnation and calls for restraint. Some leaders advocate for dialogue, urging both sides to de-escalate tensions and seek peaceful resolutions. Others, however, take a more aggressive stance, suggesting that military action is necessary to protect national interest. This divergence in opinions reflects the broader geopolitical stakes at play, where alliances and enmities shape responses to the conflict. The potential for military escalation looms large. With both Iran and Israel on high alert, any miscalculation could trigger a wider conflict, drawing in regional allies and possibly even global powers. The stakes are incredibly high, and the consequences of escalation could be devastating, not just for the immediate region, but for global stability as well. In conclusion, the situation between Iran and Israel is a volatile mix of military strategy, political maneuvering, and international law. As we watch these developments unfold, it's crucial to consider the broader implications of this conflict, not just for the nations involved, but for the world at large. The path forward is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the need for dialogue and diplomacy has never been more urgent.